Hey guys, making another video tonight. I won't make videos every night like I promised, but I wanted to make this video kind of like different kind of video tonight. I want to just kind of talk about like my opinion on like what's going on in today's world and what's going on with the whole COVID thing and everything. Like, just not totally into my own opinion about it, just somewhat of my opinion. Because I don't want to make a long video, but my first thing is I'm going to say COVID has nothing to do with politics. This is just my opinion. Not trying to offend anyone, but it has nothing to do with politics. I'm like, who the hell even started COVID with politics? Because people, like, from when I told, like, I know an area, they're really cautious with COVID. Somebody told me, well, they're very liberal. It has nothing to do with liberals. It has nothing to do with liberals, freaking conservatives, Democrats, or Republicans. It has nothing to do with that. Like, this virus has nothing to do with politics. Like, we're all prone to get the virus. Like, whether you're Democrat or Republican, conservative, liberal, or in between. Like, I find myself to. We did like a survey in school. I found myself to be more like in between. So, like, thing is, like, it's not even if you're in between or nothing. It has nothing to do with politics. This is a serious thing. People are dying from it. I mean, cases have gone down from what I've seen on the news. Cases have gone down. And some hospitals are celebrating no COVID in their building, which is actually really good. But what you got to realize is that I see all these posts and everything on Facebook that say like, oh, like we've been wearing masks for how long we've been in COVID? For like a year. And they're saying, oh, we've been wearing masks for like a year and nothing's gone anywhere. Cases are still skyrocketing. Cases are still going up. Why is apparently wearing a mask? Like they're saying, I've seen posts that are saying like, if wearing a mask helps, why are cases still going up? Well, it's because like, even though places require it, I've seen places that don't enforce it. Like certain public stores, like Walmart, they require masks, but there's people that walk in there without their mask all the time. There's certain restaurants that require masks. And it's not unless the manager or management says something that people are going to wear a mask. Like, that's how cases are still going up. And it's these people that think it has something to do with politics. They think, oh, it's only liberals getting the virus. Oh, it's liberals that are scared of the virus. Like, it has nothing to do with politics. Like, I don't know who the hell started that. Because it has nothing to do with politics. You could get it bad. Like, the thing is, a couple people have had it. Like, I had it at a time. I didn't get it bad, but a mild cough. But I'm a healthy, young 20-year-old man. Like, the thing is, it depends. I think it all goes by, like, your health. Like, if you were a smoker, of course, or if you had lung cancer or something, you probably died from COVID. Or if you're older, I've seen it hit people in different ways. It hits everybody differently, and it depends on your health. That's why they're always saying, like, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask. Because, I just can't see what the problem is with wearing a mask for, like, 20, 30 minutes when you shop, maybe an hour at the most. Because healthcare workers, they have to wear the shields, the mask, the freaking. Some of them have to wear, like, like N95s and everything else. You don't have to do that. Nobody's forcing you to do N95s. You can wear just regular, like mine right here. I'll show you mine. This is my mask. It's like a little cool wolf thing I bought. You got to think of these healthcare workers, all that wear N95s, which I used to have one, but I think I threw it away. I would show you what an N95 looks like, but I think I threw it away. But I mean, how hard is it just to slip one of these fuckers on for like 10, 15 minutes? Doesn't kill you. That's what I look like. Probably gonna be barely able to hear me with this, but that's what I look like when I wear mine. Thing is, um, to be honest, I never really wore a mask anywhere until I started dating my ex in July. She wore a mask everywhere, so just out of respect for her, I started wearing a mask everywhere I went because everywhere I went with her, I should say. But then I started wearing one everywhere I go, and I took an approach to the virus after meeting her. We talked about it, and it is a serious thing. People are dying from it, and you can die from it. You don't know though. If you're healthy, I think you'd be all right. But you gotta stay healthy. Always be washing your hands. And then the thing is, I think what also skyrockets cases is like I don't. I'm not trying to offend anybody on this, but when you wear your mask, I think if you have COVID, it doesn't do anything for you. Like if, let's say, I'm wearing my mask, but my friend has COVID, the mask protects me against COVID. But if I'm wearing my mask and let's say I have COVID, but I go to my friend and I talk to my friend who's not wearing a mask, I think that's also how it spreads. Because also people that just don't wear a mask get it. Because I don't think any mask actually like does anything if you actually currently have the COVID. So then like if you have it but don't know it and somebody else isn't wearing one, you give it to them, you know, or you touch a surface and you give it to them, and that's the thing with it. I never knew I had until I got tested. Like some people never know they even have COVID. Like I would have never known it. Like of course I'm required to get tested where I work. That's all I'm gonna say. But I would have never known I had it unless I got tested because I never showed any signs or symptoms. But a mild cough, that's it. And I think that's part of the problem is people don't know they have it. Like healthy young men or healthy young ladies too. They don't know they have it and they go out. Or they have these gatherings too and go out with their friends and stuff and then they give it to their friends who's like got maybe a weaker immune system, or they go and see their grandma or whatever and she has medical problems, or she's older. And older people will suffer through it a bit worse. It just depends, but yeah, they go and give it to her. That's I think how it's spreading, and it's nothing to do with these politics. You're gonna get it whether you're Republican or Democratic, or you're gonna get it whether you're Democratic or Republican. You know, that's just my opinion on it. I'm sorry if I offend anybody on that, but you know, after just some kind of like looking at it and giving things a lot of thought, I just look at it like that. It has nothing to do with politics. The virus has nothing to do with politics. Because I have friends who are Republican, but like really Republican. I know a person who's like really Republican, but they wear their mask everywhere they go because they got COVID and they didn't. I shouldn't say they suffered, but they had it pretty bad. Like they were sweating and it was just horrible. They got it. They didn't end up in the hospital or nothing, but they got it pretty bad. So not bad enough to end up in the hospital, but they got it pretty bad. So then they started wearing them. They were always wearing their mask everywhere, always being, safe. But like I said, you could have lived on a surface. You could have come in contact with anyone who had it, and I think it's also because people have these large gatherings and don't think. I think the biggest thing is all these people that think, oh, it's only these Democrats. It's all you Democrats getting this virus. It's all you Democrats. think this virus is out there. It has nothing to do with politics. It's just like I don't even know who started that shit. So that's about all I can say about COVID right now. And right now, what I want to say in today's world, it's going on in today's world, kind of changing the subject. You'll find out in my videos. I'm kind of like that. I can jump from. Sorry if that annoys you. I can jump from like one subject to the next. But um, my thing is of what's going on in today's world. I think that's what's going on. Just sorry, guys, but I think it's just like because people don't want to wear their mask, and that's why cases keep going up and up, or they're going down now because I think a lot of people are realizing, hey, it has nothing to do with politics, and I see all these anti-maskers having like protests, as they call them, and everything, and then they go into stores and don't wear a mask and stuff. It's just stupid, but yeah, it's just the stupidest thing. And I think also another thing with the COVID is we want answers. I know I want answers. We want answers that we're never going to get in today's world. Like, we want answers, where did COVID even come from? Everybody says China, China, but we can't single out China. Some people say it was America, but we don't know. My personal opinion is I think there was an accident, maybe either here in America or China. There was an accident with a chemical, and they aren't releasing it. And I think, that's part of the anger in today's world is everybody, like, nobody can face facts. Like, everything has to be blasted on the media today. Like, one thing happens, well, we got to blast that on the media. I think that's the biggest problem is the internet and the news. They blast everything and they don't even like think before they start blasting it. Like, they just start blasting stuff like the whole like when the whole Black Lives Matter thing started and everything. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to be mean or nothing, but like they start blasting stuff before they learn the whole story of things. Like with the COVID, I think they started blasting it a little bit too early, and they got people riled up. And I think it was good they got people riled up. They got people concerned, and they should be. But I think just the biggest thing is you got one person. The way I look at it, my teacher once said this: one person says something, and it's all over. Like, I'm sure it started off with like one person said like, "Oh, it's only Democrats get the virus," and then one person says something, and then gets around the whole media and everything, and then the whole media knows about it and starts blasting it, and then saying, "Oh, it's this, it's that," and without finding out the whole story, which is crazy, but that's today's world. And it's also in today's world we want answers with like this whole election thing and everything. We want answers, and like some people still think there was an election fraud. I'm not going to get into that either, but we want answers to everything in today's world, but we're not going to get it. I'm listening to Bruce too, if you guys are wondering. But we want answers in today's world that we're never going to get. Like, we want answers, like I said, where the COVID came from. We want answers, was there election fraud? We want answers that we're never going to get. Like, it's a hard thing to face, trust me. I really, really know the feeling. Like, I want answers on what I did wrong with my ex. Like, because the story with that is she just said out of the blue that she felt one side. It was late that Sunday night, like I said. I didn't look at it until I got to work. And like I said, she said, "Oh, I feel very one-sided." And it's like, okay, what do you mean, And then she just felt like things weren't working out. It's like, okay, but what do you mean? And that's why I wanted to talk face to face. But she didn't want to do it, And instead just completely, hey, it's over. And it is upsetting. It is a very, very, very upsetting thing. Trust me, I know what it feels like to be like very, very upset and not get the answers you want. Like, that's the problem. We all want answers today. In today's world, we all want answers that we're not going to get. Like, I'm never going to find out what I did wrong, or if I even did anything wrong. You know, it's something that's going to plague me and plague me. You eventually just got to let it go. Kind of like, let it walk away, guys. Like, you're not always going to get all the answers you want in today's world, and it's a hard thing to face sometimes. Like I said, every day I want answers. I kind of got over, I learned to face facts. Like, I'm not going to get the answers I want. None of us are going to get the answers we want. Like, maybe you can't predict the future. Maybe I'll get the answer I want. Maybe I'll find out what I did wrong, or how she really felt, or whatever. But maybe I won't. I'm thinking I won't. But you can't predict the future. Maybe we'll find out where COVID came from in the near future. Like, very specifically how it got here, where it came from. But you don't know. We probably won't ever hear it. Even when this is over, this will be down in history, but we won't ever hear where we got it from. So, like, where it came from. But, you know, and there's these people that riot and everything. You act like violence is going to get you your answer. Sometimes you just gotta face facts. You're not going to get the answers you want. No matter what you do, you're not going to get the answers you want. And eventually, sometimes, you know, I'm looking at it like that. It's been about, what is this, February now? I know it's February, guys. I'm not 17th, so it's been about over a month since she broke up with me. It'll soon be 2 months because it happened in December, and I accepted facts. I'm not going to get the answers that I want. Eventually, you guys got to accept facts. You're not going to get the answers you want in life. Like, we always want answers. We live in a world today where we just want the answers. We want everything to be given to us. We want everything to just be perfect, and it's not the way life works. It's a hard thing to face, but it's just not the way life ever works. I think if we got every answer we wanted, or we knew our future, like, life would just not work out, because I want to know my future right now, you know, but it's probably good I don't. Like, when I was dating her, I wanted to know the future, like, where we would go in the future, which I'm really glad I didn't, because the relationship I had, even though it ended, was a learning experience. Let's say I was like that Stewie Griffin and I had a time machine to see the future, I would have known, hey, she broke up with me. What's it worth it? Like, it's not worth it to know your future, or whatever. And I kind of look at it kind of like that, of like not getting all the answers you want. What's it always worth it? You keep wishing, but sometimes it's just like, okay, you know what, I just gotta see it, what happens, take it day by day. Maybe I won't get all the answers I want. Maybe I don't know how to say it, but, you know, I just wanted to make this video tonight. I didn't know what else to talk about. It was kind of plaguing my mind, and I really minorly opened up like this. So I just wanted to open up to you guys and tell you guys that. So, sorry if Bruce Stu was annoying you. I'm sure you heard him in the background. I love watching Bruce Stu. I cannot get enough of him. Shout out to his channel. I cannot get enough of Bruce Stu. He is a funny guy. But I think that'll be it for tonight's video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. And for now, since I don't have an ending logo, just have a good, well, it's Wednesday, yeah. Have a good Wednesday night, guys.